Thanks for tuning in again for this video series on supplements. And a quick reminder that this is in no way a promotion for supplements, but an educational resource on the basics of supplements to add to your knowledge bank in regards to the nutrition aspects of your fitness and wellness. In this episode, I want to piggyback off the last video on cortisol in reference to caffeine. Caffeine and pre-workouts are among the most popular supplements on the market. Now, caffeine comes in a lot of different forms, from the coffee that we drink to energy drinks and pre-workout mixes. For the purpose of this discussion, I'll refer to it in the case of pre-workouts, which are supplements usually in powder or liquid form intended to boost energy levels prior to a workout. Most pre-workouts contain between 150 and 300 milligrams of caffeine, and many of them use additional energy sources like vitamin B, and can sometimes use extra supplements like creatine, glutamine, and amino acids. Keep in mind that Mayo Clinic advises most adults to stay below 400 milligrams of caffeine, although that could vary on an individual basis. Pregnant women are advised to stay well below 200 milligrams of caffeine. In comparison, the average cup of coffee contains about 100 milligrams of caffeine. If you're timing your caffeine intake, it typically takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the caffeine to take full effect. Now, before you decide to use a pre-workout, you should ask yourself why you're using a pre-workout. Caffeine will do a number of things to your body that could be both good or bad depending on your individual circumstances. Most notably, it stimulates the nervous system, and as mentioned in the discussion on cortisol, it will increase cortisol levels to help your body handle the stress that exercise puts on it. The most common reason people use is that it gives an additional energy boost prior to your workout. Because of that cortisol increase, use pre-workout just like it suggests, as a pre-workout before your workout, never after. In fact, you should avoid caffeine altogether following your training session. You see, caffeine is both stimulating and catabolic. Post-workout is when you should focus on refueling your body with protein and carbs to begin the recovery and muscle building process. Drinking caffeine post-workout will maintain high cortisol levels and prolong your body's catabolic state. Essentially, you're preventing your body from recovering and building muscle. For more on that, I'll refer you to my videos on cortisol. Like I previously mentioned, before considering using a pre-workout, we need to make sure we are getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep and taking care of our nutrition. Staying healthy in those wellness areas should limit the need for an extra energy boost. It is important to note, though, that as we age, our bodies tend to slow down and fatigue a little more quickly, and in that sense, an additional energy boost is sometimes needed. If you're a junior athlete, say in junior high, high school, or college, I'll defer to a quote from Eric Cressy, who is a well-known strength and conditioning coach for high school, college, and pro athletes. He said, "Don't ask for recommendations for a new pre-workout. Ask why your poor diet and sleep quality are leaving you lethargic in the first place." I think it's important to remember that while caffeine and pre-workouts are readily available, they should be used as a last resort if we're talking about total body wellness. As an alternative to caffeine, you might look at vitamin B. Another one sounds simple, but make sure that your water intake is where it should be. You should be drinking about half your body weight in ounces. So, for example, a 200-pound person should be consuming about 100 ounces of water per day, and that is in addition to the water that you drink to replenish your system after an intense workout. The final component as an alternative to caffeine is simply sleep. Please make sure you're doing everything in your power in terms of rest and recovery. As someone who relied on caffeine in the past, I can tell you firsthand that going caffeine-free is the best way to feel healthy and rejuvenated every day. I know my sleep quality has been much better, and so have my training sessions. I'm not saying caffeine is evil and you should avoid it at all costs. Just don't rely on it and let it interfere with your overall wellness. Ask yourself, are you thriving on caffeine or surviving on caffeine? I hope that explained a little more on the effects that caffeine have on your body and your training sessions, and I'm sure you might have some questions. If so, leave them in the comments, send me a direct message, or email me, and I'll do my best to help you out. Until next time, stay strong and stay well.